And boom, we have another Brawl Stars video. Hope you guys are doing well. For today's video, we're going to be playing with the one and only Leon. Honestly, Leon is annoying as hell if he's in the right hands. And by the way, we're going to be smoking some nice weed. Hold on. Honestly, I have to say, if you are not smoking weed and you don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life. Brother, I have to say, right? Life is fucked up. I said this in my previous video. Life is fucked up. Sometimes we just have to do things just because. And I'm not trying to promote any weed. I'm not trying to promote any of you to smoke weed. It's honestly up to you because as you guys know, it's your life, and that's kind of a topic for today's video. We look at today's society, everyone is kind of, there's a lot of brain rot people in this world. There's a lot of people chasing fame, chasing clout, chasing money, chasing girls, chasing, something on OnlyFans girls, something on celebrities. That everyone's trying their best to somehow fit in, but at the same time, there's that percentage that just don't give a fuck about whatever people think. And I'm one of that percentage. I just don't give a fuck what people think, because if you give a fuck what people think, you are not owning your own life. Hey, write that down. You better write that down. So it's better just to focus on your own happiness, focus on your own things, focus on your own goals. But most importantly, make sure you are making your money. Make sure you guys are grinding so hard. That you unlock R. Kelly and P Diddy type of movement. Just keep on grinding, keep on pursuing your career. Focus on making money. That's the most important thing that I'm always gonna mention in my videos. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if your girlfriend breaks up with you. It doesn't matter if your parents dislike you. You gotta make sure that you're making money so that you can get the fuck out of whatever situation you are in, my brother, my sister. So I hope you guys are kind of enjoying this type of videos where I'm just venting and sharing my perspective on things, sharing my opinions. And in all honesty, I've come to understand what it is I should actually be posting on this channel. Because I think a while back I used to just upload, gameplay and just talk about Leon, talk about brawlers, just talk about their abilities. I honestly don't give a fuck at this point. We all know exactly who the fuck is broken. We kind of all know that Brawl Stars is honestly toxic as hell. It's very competitive, even though it looks like a damn Fortnite type of Roblox type of, game. But in all honesty, this game Brawl Stars is honestly just different. It's competitive. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's very, very fun. We having collabs. We got the Buzz Lightyear collab. We got the SpongeBob collab. We even got the Godzilla collab. Honestly, Brawl Stars, I honestly wish the best for Brawl Stars. I don't know what the future holds for Brawl Stars, but it is honestly a very fun game. And if you, I got a question a while ago, and somebody asked me, would I ever play, tournaments? And to be honest with you, no, I do not think I will be in any tournaments. I'm actually just a free to player. I'm just a regular player. I'm just an average gamer, that loves Brawl Stars, smoking weed, going to clubs, talking to girls. Even though I'm quite shy as fuck. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm actually quite shy as hell to talk with ladies. I've actually overcome, a lot of stages of the talk, because we all have that stages when it comes to talking to women, and that includes, talking with males. But I'm mainly talking as a male right now. It's actually very hard to talk with females because at the end of the day, guys, females do not know what the fuck they want. They do not know. They could be married or they have a billionaire boyfriend, but at the end of the day, if somebody that plays sports, he doesn't even have a job or whatever, but he's good looking, his hygiene is on top, he has muscles and whatever. She's gonna fall for that guy, and somehow she's gonna tell you, oh, he's just different in some odd way. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. What bullshit? But yeah, I hope you guys understand what I mean. But In all honesty, guys, I do hope you guys are, working hard. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself. Most importantly, sometimes we just have to, actually, not sometimes, but a lot of times, we just need to compliment ourselves. Compliments go a long motherfucking way. So make sure you guys are complimenting yourself. I do very much appreciate, my followers, the people that watch my videos, that watch my content, because honestly my content is quite different. Sometimes I cuss, sometimes I just don't give a fuck about what I say at times, but obviously I say it out of my heart and my soul. And what I'm gonna say right now is honestly good, it's honestly gonna shock a lot of people, but it will also not shock a lot of people. And that thing that I want to tell you guys is, right here it is, you should not give a fuck about what anyone thinks in this world. Your life is your own motherfucking life, and you only have one life. So do whatever it is you wanna fucking do with your life. And that's all I have to say to you guys. It is really all I have to say to you guys. So with that information, I do honestly hope you guys are really taking care of yourself, because life is, as I said, life is fucked up. Sometimes I let lust control me. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I let lust control me, but it's a normal thing. It's a normal male thing. Females, won't ever understand the way a male works, the way a male thinks. Females will never understand that. And it's the same way with males. Males will never fully quite understand females. But the honest truth is that males, us, our hormones are extra. It just jumps up. We could be watching a movie, we could be watching seven deadly sins, Jujutsu Kaisen, or whatever, and suddenly we feel extremely horny for some other reason. I don't know what the fuck. And then I think to myself, gosh damn, it would be nice to date a Sydney Sweeney right now. It would be nice to be cuddling with Sydney Sweeney. I honestly think she wears some cocoa butter or something like that. Ooh, Sydney Sweeney is nice. Ooh, if I could ever have a date with Sydney Sweeney, it would honestly be very nice. It would honestly be very, very nice. Honestly, I don't know. I honestly, if I ever had a date with her, I don't know if I would smash in the same day. I do not know. I honestly do not know. She looks like the type of girl, that you have to play your cards right. You know what I mean? If you don't play your cards right, she's just gonna look the other way. So you have to play your cards right. She's a she looks like a type of woman that looks at you in a way of, it doesn't matter how much money you have, as long as you treated me like the woman I deserve to be treated. She gives off that type of vibe for some odd reason. But that's my opinion. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what is your thoughts on Sunny Sweeney, and what is your favorite movie of Sunny Sweeney. My favorite, show that she's been in is Euphoria. And if you guys are thinking to yourself, I know what type of man you are, then yes, indeed, that is the man I am. But yeah, I've honestly been in, loving, just, looking at life, looking at everything, trying to be present, and also trying to, be present in a way that, my goals are in tunnel vision. My focus is in tunnel vision, and that, my work is gonna pay off. But yeah, like, subscribe.